change glasses there. All right. I'm not going to be reading this stuff because I'm on the road. Gotta say, so my phone hangs from my visor. And I searched for combinations of words, key words and things. The phone's hanging where it is, so maybe there. I got a little better there. So I'm not going to be paying attention to any chat and stuff while I'm driving. There's a crow on the road. and there's a dust devil up ahead. Maybe I'll put the window up with the AC, maybe, and that might keep a little less wind noise. There. So I don't know if anybody's watching, but so I was interested in the cowboy story. If the cowboy with a black foot, comes riding by, and Forrest goes, "Hi, cowboy!" And so the cowboy hops off his horse and comes over and punches Forrest. This is when he was a kid, And so I was thinking about, who would punch somebody? A boxer. Okay, let's search for a boxer. Cowboy box, cowboy boxing, cowboy, and because Jack Dempsey's right down here. I searched for Dempsey cowboy, and up comes a thing about Cowboy Luttrell and an encounter with Jack Dempsey. In 1940, they had a boxing match. And anyhow, Jack Dempsey knocked Cowboy Luttrell out. He knocked him out. Guy went right through the ropes and out of the ring. Second round. Knocked him out. So several months later, he shows up, this Cowboy Luttrell shows up at Jack Dempsey's restaurant in New York City. And he goes up, he walks up to Jack, and Jack says, "Hi, Cowboy Luttrell," or whatever. I think his name was Clarence or something. He probably said, "Hi, Clarence," and he put his hand out to shake his hand. And this Cowboy Luttrell guy, he lowered his head down and rammed Jack Dempsey right in the crotch, right in the nuts with his head. Got his head up between his legs, grabbed him around his legs, flipped him over on his back, and held him down on the floor and started laying in punches with his bare fist, in Jack Dempsey's restaurant. All Jack was doing was saying hi, and the cowboy punched him. So this is Forrest Fenn's story about the cowboy punching him was only a dream, just like the treasures out there. It's only a dream. It's the imagination is more important than knowledge. But you need to know about Jack Dempsey, and I can practically see where his birthplace from here. Just look down there between them hills to my left. So, what's that guy got on his roof? Oh, must be a pizza sign. Must be a pizza delivery guy. I didn't know they came out this far. If that Domino's, and I could probably have pizzas delivered. That'd be great if they came out there. Probably are doing more of that since all this virus stuff. So they got more deliveries. They got a long-range pizza driver. I can show you what's up there. Let's see. I think this is the button. Yeah. There. So Yeah, following around along behind a slow RV, and somebody beats a car behind him. And so, anyhow, Jack Dempsey, he's from Colorado. There's a PBS special about Jack Dempsey. And it's I don't know, what is it? Rocky Mountain PBS or PBS, I don't know, Colorado PBS on YouTube. I watched it last night. Thing about Jack Dempsey and his history, and he used to go around to the mining towns and fight for money in the bars around the mining towns of Colorado. And so he's a famous Colorado guy, you know. That's why when I stopped by Jack Dempsey's house, I rang the bell for him. There's please his ghost, you know. Yeah, he's got a bell there. Rang the bell. Not very, yeah, loudly. Kind of hard to not ring it loudly. So that's one thing that came up. I get some air in here. This AC ain't cutting it. Oh, yeah, it's on cold. It's not on high. And it's not in my face. There. I notice that AC, it's not blowing on the phone, so. Colorado, there's the fucking Beowulf. That's where Beowulf, the alligator. And see, Jack Dempsey and Forrest Fenn, the thing was something about don't taunt the alligator till you cross the pond. Well, the alligator's up there. So the alligators are 25 miles north, and Jack Dempsey's 25 miles south. Amelia Earhart landed right up here. I'm about 5 miles away from where Amelia Earhart landed, you know. So we got a pattern, you know. So I've got all these, and I got to triangulate with these locations. Don't know if it's related to where Jack Dempsey was born, where he fought, or you know, how many of these locations do you need to triangulate on, or whatever. I don't know. But this valley is the Red Sea. Where Moses is, to cross the Red Sea, you come up and go back to where Mount Blanca is Mount Sinai. So where Moses, he'd have to cross the valley to get to Mount Blanca, which is the Mount Sinai. And a lot of the stuff is about Forrest Fenn's dreams. There. It's about Forrest Fenn's dreams. So it's pretty nice with the phone right under the visor. Now it's starting to rain. Now there's something else I came up with too. What was the other thing I came up with? Well, of course, there's still stuff about Blaise Pascal, and he talks a lot about time and writing. He didn't know what time, so he wrote a long letter because he didn't know what time it was. In other words, he probably had somewhere else he needed to be. Then he wrote a long letter, but he wouldn't have if he knew what time it was. You know, and this kind of, thoughts, Forrest Fenn has that same kind of thinking about time and stuff. I think it's about time to start writing my story about all this. And you'll see other people that'll go claiming that they tied the cowboy to Jack Dempsey and stuff. But no, I found all this first. I searched for Forrest Fenn. Nobody had tied him to Jack Dempsey. There was some article or something was or some book, and Forrest Fenn and Jack Dempsey were both credited in the credits, in different paragraphs. So their writings were credited in a single book. Back, and I think it's since the chase too. People with their RV pulling the golf cart and all, you get there and find out that, hey, they're not ready for you yet. or the sheriff will show up. Oh, you just came here from Texas. We got to quarantine you for 21 days. You can't leave your RV. Give you one trip to the store. So, there was another, put it up as I made a meme thing about it. But yeah, there was the Jack Dempsey, Blaise Pascal. Of course, I did put some quotes up in a little video that I put. I think I put that on. I put that on YouTube, so you can see that. I put it on Facebook too, on the Forrest Fenn Fanatics group. And Fanatics is two omegas, not N's. When you search for fanatic, you don't want to use the N's. It's the omegas instead of N's. And yeah, it's that's a direct tie to the cowboy punching Forrest Fenn. Story about Cowboy Luttrell was pissed off because he lost the fight to Jack Dempsey, and showed up at Jack Dempsey's restaurant, and Dempsey put his hand out and said, "Hey, Cowboy Luttrell," and Cowboy Luttrell pretty much blindsided him, rammed him with his head into the nuts, and grabbed him around the legs and put him, flipped him over and onto the floor. I guess the guy was a wrestler or something, and probably nearly killed Jack Dempsey, not expecting it. You get flipped over on your back on the floor, probably he could have hit his head and been unconscious while this asshole cowboy beat the shit out of him. While he had him pinned down to the floor. Unfair thing there. Didn't like him getting his ass whooped by Jack Dempsey. Now I'm behind the Domino's. Yeah, it doesn't like my thumb. There. Downtown Alamosa. Barbecue. There, they got paper towels on the tables outside. St. Louis Federal, Pizza Hut. Domino's guy will turn left up at I think it's the next light. If he's working. That's the guy in front of me in the Kia. See, he's going up here to turn left when we get to 285. There's FedEx authorized. Okay. Yep, he went back to the Domino's ovens. Got the AC going, trying to cool it off in here. It's 83 outside. But it was hot in the car from just getting started going. Now we would have turned left there if we were going to Jack Dempsey's birthplace. We would have turned right. It was before I got in downtown. If we were going to the alligator sanctuary or the alligator farm, it's actually a tilapia farm, and they had a lot of dead tilapia that they had no way, nowhere to dispose. So they got the alligators and they eat the dead tilapia. And they all live in a hot spring. So, I wonder if the treasure chest is in the alligator pond, and Forrest is going to throw his body on it, and the alligator's going to eat him. Yeah, that's who knows? Because it's all imagination. Where could he have hidden it? And these are clues around here. Jack Dempsey, Cowboy, Luttrell. Yeah, they tried to launch the Dragon spaceship with 2 guys on it. First launch since 2011. And 20 minutes, 15 minutes before launch time, they had to cancel it because of the weather. There's a storm that just didn't want to go away. Didn't want to move offshore far enough. So I don't know when they try again, if it's a day or 2 days. Probably on the 31st would be a good day. Waiting for the horse trailer. Yeah, off the road. I gotta get some air in one tire. Its light's been on for a while. I know which one it is, and it's a very slow leak. So I had time. I'll probably get some on my way back. I'm going up here. Gonna go up here past my pyramid. Go to my mailbox. Boy, my windshield's dirty, huh? Bunch of rain. Here, I clean it for you. Shit, I want to get something to drink, but I don't want to stop anywhere right now. Let's see, I can't get anybody to, because I can't see the. Yeah, I gotta have reading glasses to see the text. Yeah, I'm not able to. I can't read your stuff while I'm driving, basically, or that's a highway worker. Just past the movie theater. They have 6 theaters here. If we keep this stream going, we're going to pass a drive-in theater that's attached to part of a Best Western. It's Best Western Travel Lodge. One of them. I think it's the Best Western Movie Manor. You can see what the weather's like here in Colorado. We're going to have some rain. Probably get the windshield a little cleaner. So I haven't gone anywhere in my car for 5 days because I went through 17 gallons of water since I've gone anywhere. I know that's the last time I went out somewhere. I filled up all my water bottles are full. Now I got all my water bottles are empty. But my teapot's full and my water can, filter pitcher thing is full. Filled them before I left. So I got a tiny bit of water in one of the 5-gallon bottles I got in here. It's for Jack. So I'll fill up the water on my way back. Yeah. We're doing 60 and a 65. Boom, that was a lot of wind off that truck. I got a surprise little funny stop on the way up here. There was something, what else was that I came up with about? I didn't have my tablet with me either. I could just punch on it. I left the tablet at home. I'm going to find a way to leave my tablet on at home with the camera facing, showing, so I can go onto my camera on my tablet while I'm out somewhere. I can see at home. Kind of a security thing, since it has internet at home while I'm not there. I could probably have some kind of security hooked up on it. Motion detector. And the thing go off and I look and there'd be a little mouse looking at me. This little army. I think I about got them. The live trap, I got a lot of them, and the numbers are reducing in the trap in the morning. So, and they're little tiny ones that are left. So, I think all the adult mice have gone into the trap and been evicted. Itty bitty things that aren't strong enough to get into the trap. I was going to make a little electric grid trap. 120 volt. Little grid, forked wires, that that's where we are. 4-lane part. I need a pole for my flag. Well, I can't got one. I guess I could rig one up. I need more paracord. Put it up and down. See my pyramid over there on the left? That's my pyramid. Right over there. Behind them trees. It's raining on it. So, let's see. Nice day out here. Looks pretty dang windy outside. That's why I didn't bring the drone. It's 20, 30 mile an hour winds and stuff. Yeah, look at these trees, guys. These trees are really blowing in the wind here. Those tall ones. You can see them swaying from way back there. And this is where you can go buy some marijuana. Yeah, oh, you need a medical card here in this county. Back in Costilla County, they got recreational. And down south in Antonito, they do. Yeah, I got 3 little things in my P.O. box. And nothing else coming until about Monday, so we'll pick them up. Type-C cables for my phone stations. You gotta have one in the bedroom, one in the car, and one at the desk. You know? You gotta be able to plug it in any location. And the new jacks I put in the car, and I put one in over the bed. And I got one more that I think I'm going to put on the dash of the RV. I got to get a couple more of them. The little USB things, 2.4 amp USB charge port on 2 of them, and on each one. And there's a little voltage thing, tells you the voltage of your battery too. So that's nice. Now I can lay in bed and I can look up and I can see what my battery volts are. And I got it over the headboard, the cupboard above. Underneath, I have 2 little USB jacks right next to the light over the bed. So I just plugged up there, and I can set the tablet on the dresser or on the nightstand next to the bed and watch YouTube on it. And since I got 2 ports, I've got the phone plugged in. So I can browse while I'm watching TV, watching videos. Or I could do 2 YouTubes at a time. The greenhouse, you can guess what they're growing in greenhouses around here now. They make a little more on the marijuana than they do on flowers. Different kind of flower. Take your leash off, Jack. You're not getting out. See, that's still my pyramid over there. And that's right by where I call it the Mammoth Parade. And there's some other areas over to the left, and it's really all around this valley. I've checked out, and there's this stuff is all the way around this valley. And Plato said Atlantis had a large rectangular valley surrounded by high mountains covered with crystals. That's this valley. The San Luis Valley is Plato's large rectangular valley surrounded by high mountains. People, oh, it sunk in the ocean. No, the city, the port city did, but the rest of the continent didn't. Just the little island port city did. You know? So the stories, he gets the stories, and you know, there are probably other areas that were mentioned, but they didn't get to read that, you know. Only certain stories made it through time. But that's one of the stories was about this valley. And now we go back down to 50 from 65. Yeah, there, 50, 48. So this is Plato's large rectangular valley. And there were lots of elephants and plenty of grasses to feed all of them. And why would they have something? This valley is important because it's the high altitude. You know, like Lake Titicaca is high altitude. High altitude valleys are pretty safe from giant, enormous super tsunamis. You know, the one that hit Japan and stuff was nothing. If the earth were to shift suddenly, there'd be waves thousands of feet high, not 100 feet high. And that could be what happened in the Younger Dryas, when everything in North America was killed, basically. The mammoths, the rhinos, the camels, the horses, they were all killed off. Everything was killed. There was an extinction in North America. And so by that alone, the stories don't get passed down, you know? All of a sudden, boom, dead society. Oh, last time I went to the mailbox, I stopped at Sonic and got a strawberry milkshake, and it gave me a fucking headache, man. I said, yeah, Ulysses Boulevard. It's Grant. Faraday, that's Tesla. That's the streets. Huh? Stalio. 206. And there's the 25 zone, so we gotta go slower. No kids in the playground. Wow, that slide looked like an elephant. Yeah, here's where we get the window wash. Oh, nope, it's moving away. Sprinkler was out in the street. This is Monte Vista. Monte Vista, Colorado. Green light. You see the all the sandhill cranes on each of the poles. There's a pair of sandhill cranes painted different on each pole coming through here. And that ends, this is the last pair, yeah? And they're on the other side of the street too. What the fuck? It looks like it was snowing its leaves or something. Is it freaking snowing? No, it's 73. I don't know. You know what I mean? It looks like snowflakes. It's 73 degrees. And I don't know if you see them. There goes one. What are those? Are those snowflakes or spiders? They might be spiders. It's raining spiders! Jack! It's raining spiders! It's not time for Cottonwood to do that, is it? Whatever it is, a lot of it in the street, it looks like. Just very strange. It's not wet. Something falling from the sky. Now we can speed up again. You see my pyramid straight ahead now, so it's behind the trees. But we're going to be heading straight for the pyramid here real soon. Again. There it is, straight ahead. That's the pyramid sticking up over those trees. That's going to be behind them. And there's the sheep. Bah! Bah! Bah, Jack, sheep. You're a sheepdog. You're a cow dog. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Jack. Did I insult you, calling you a sheepdog? Let me see. Here's the Forest Service. This is where the forest cops hang out. That's their office. And the forest cop from there, he told me that I could keep that Buffalo Cowboy car. Forrest called that a great treasure. When I bought it, I brought the Buffalo Cowboy car to Fenn, and Forrest put on mildew. Yeah. And the doff in the hat and the hand of God sign. You see my pyramid straight ahead? That's a badass pyramid. It has air shafts all the way around it. There's air shafts all the way around that pyramid. And see, here's the drive-in theater. You can go to this. You can go to this drive-in. You can get a room at the motel, Best Western, Movie Manor, and you get a room in the hotel and watch the movie out your window with the radio, the sound inside your room. They should have surround sound, movie theater sound. And yeah, these hills over here, there's a lot of stuff in those hills too. And that was if you saw the channel on the right, that was Aqueduct off of the Rio Grande River. We crossed the Rio Grande in Alamosa, and now we're just south of it. It's gonna come up next to the highway again, just the other side of the railroad tracks. Boy, that wind is blowing them trees hard. The weather this year is harsher than last year. There's a lot more days with a lot of wind. It's like every day, a lot of wind. I remember last year I was like, where's some wind to blow my wind generator when I had one at work. I got to fix the one I got. I got to modify the one I have so it does work. Something the Chinese didn't do right in the thing. Maybe they didn't put the magnets in it. I don't know. One ton. GMC. As we slug along, almost doing the speed limit. What's that noise, Jack? Huh? Oh, Jack, come here, Jack. Come here, buddy. You having fun, Jack? Okay. Be back forward. Temperature now 72. It was what, 83 or so back there. Now it's 72. So the temperature dropped 10 degrees going like 20 miles. And you see my pyramid over to my left. You can't because you're looking forward and I ain't playing with the phone. My hands are on the wheel. I can't read your comments right now for safety reasons. I'm just talking and driving. I'll be able to in about, when I get to the post office here, I'll look at the comments. Raindrops now. Small, tiny raindrops. And not many of them. See these hills over here? There's a lot of cool shit out there. You can find it, it's an Elephant Rock. It's one of the places, it's on Google Earth called Elephant Rock. And it's still 15 miles from my Mammoth Parade. and my Mammoth Parade isn't recognized on Google Earth. I think I got a picture of it on Google Earth. Isn't that beautiful? The rain up there and the light on the hills and that hill on the left over there, there's a giant D on there. There's a giant D on that hill. Forrest Fenn prayed for D's. Yeah, so when you're triangulating all these waypoints and things that could be Forrest Fenn related, it might not be, and so you might be triangulating off of one of your triangle points aren't part of it, so you ain't got proper triangle. You know, so you got to figure out which ones are the. I guess you got to assign a level of triangle. Most likely, you know, the correct ones. Got to have a higher rating or something, so that that's a minor, that's a major, and that's a middle, you know. So you tie the major ones together, And do we need to add in a minor, middle rated one? I put this jack's laying on my lap right now. I can't flip the phone up that way. It's kind of locked in where it's at, except it is swinging a little. Pick it up. The cover for the phone has a magnet on it, and it's magnetized. It's hooked to the magnet that's on top of my visor, and so it's just stuffed in under the edge of the visor and hanging in front of the visor. Yeah, I can pull this shit off here too. That's from my old dash cam that it quit working because it sits out in the sun, you know. You park your car and that dash cam sits in the sun and cooks. So really the phone would make a better dash cam. And that hill over to the left there, there's one up there to the left. That's the one with the big D on it. I don't know if you can see the D. We're going to turn in a little toward it. We're just getting in the edge of town here. So the speed limit comes down again. And this is Del Norte, or Del Norte. I call it Del Norte. Locals call it Del Norte because they don't want to pronounce the Spanish way. Now it's raining good. Oh, did we just pass it? No, we didn't. We're almost here at the home of Brown. Right there is Brown Septic Service. How you doing, Brown? Yeah. You got to know your shit. That's what their slogan should be. Brown Septic Service. We know our shit. Jacksy's got his head on my lap. He's a lap dog when I'm driving. He lays there with his head on my lap. Used to have a girlfriend like that. Wonder if she heard that comment. So this is Del Norte Hotel, Del Norte Bank. Friends, this is my turn. They need to fix these roads. They had some construction trenches across the roads, and the people that did their construction didn't fix the road after they did it. You know, anytime I've done telecommunications, we engineered for trenching and boring and all that stuff. And we had to specify to restore to, new condition for the surface. You couldn't just leave a bunch of gravel. You had to pave the thing. Unless the city told them, oh, we're going to pave that anyway. But they probably paid the city for it, and the city didn't do the paving. Um, it's raining. I'm going to leave the phone in the car. I'm going to go in and get my mail. Probably see Jack jump over here. Post office is closed, so it says it's in my box. I hope it is. I'll be right back. There, my box was full. Three little packages. Surprised they all three fed in there. At least they use small packages. The new, what did they send? Yeah. See some phone cables. Those are nice. Hard to see in the dark. I've put some light tape on the ends or something. This, huh? Oh, that's fix that phone of mine that went bad. The last part I need to hopefully fix it, and then I can sell it and at least get some money recouped from buying a new phone. This one is a good one here. You know what this is? It's for my little collection on top of my one Bluetooth speaker. I had to hook that speaker up in the bedroom. There it is. Da, da, da. Where is it? There. Does it have a D? Hey, there it is. The D. It's got a little crystal on it. Yeah. There's a little elephant with a crystal. Yeah. And he'll get up there on my... They got a frog here too. He lives in the car. So yeah, gotta empty the mailbox at least once a week. It was less than a week. There shouldn't be anything in there till Monday. Now what do we want to do? Oh. Move what? Allow access to contacts. Deny. My vehicle wanted access to my contacts. Fuck you. Fuck you, vehicle. You don't need to know, car. It's a need to know basis, and my car does not need to know who my contacts are. Jack getting excited, people on the sidewalk. Del Norte Public Library. Now we're going back the other way. So my mission was empty my mailbox. Now the mission is water, gas, and a few groceries back in Alamosa. Doesn't it look nice wet? I know the treasure chest is wet, but when he talks about the treasure chest being wet, he's only talking about the bronze box, which could mean that it's wet bronze. It's processed. It's wet bronze. It has different colors on its surface because the metals weren't completely melted together. It's like just before you pour it, you could add a bunch of some light colored metal that it'll show up in the pour as lighter colors than the bronze, you know, more silvery, less gold. Or it's a rainy day, good day to drive to the mailbox. And it could be that Jack Dempsey and the cowboy punching Forrest, the cowboy that punched Jack Dempsey, that all of that is it could be that that's just puts you in Colorado, like the Red Sea. The Colorado flag has a big red sea in it. That's the only place. When Candy gave up on that, she lost it all. You know, there went. I should have brought my camera because there's a nice rainbow up in the sky. Can you see the rainbow over the train? It's coming out more. Maybe it'll get nice and brighter when we get up there. This is the Rio Grande Railroad. Oh, and I forgot to read the stuff when I was at the post office. I'll pull off up here at the El Spanish Trail and read the comments. Ooh, slow down. There. I'm within the safe range. You can basically do about 72 in a 65 up here. If you go over 75, they're going to stop you. If you do more than 10 over, they're stopping you. You can go 7 over, and they won't bother you. 7, 8, whatever you like. They definitely won't bother you if you're less than 5 over. But I've never seen him turn around for a 72. Cows, and there's buffalo. Oh, buffalo were back there. We could have gone to see the buffalo. Oh well. might need a drink, Jack. Bless you, Jack. He sneezed. It's raining and raining. There's a shooting range and a stone quarry, the old stone quarry where they cut the rocks to build some of the first buildings in Del Norte. Like that, huh, Jack? Your public lands. 27A. And I'm going to stop here at this old Spanish Trail monument thing here. Woo! View that, and I read some messages. Go west for sure. It's Dumbo, yeah, the elephant. Yep, according to Mike Hagan, 2-hour drive from the treasure. It's about an hour, Steve. Rockfish, gun it, Bill. We want to see a chase, yeah. My running from the police days are over. I did all that shit in the 70s. Jack is in the front seat. He's right next to me. Something more blessed, looking at these small town. Drive-ins are still full. Yeah, we're going to pass the drive-in going back the other way. Yeah. That's a good pyramid. The pyramid's right. It's on the other side of these signs. I'll pull up to the other thing here and let you look at those with the pyramid in between them. And so that one there is the pyramid. And I've hiked up here. I camp right next to this hill here down on that side of it. And that one's a pyramid, and there's another one over here. This one here has a saddle on it. And I seen a rattlesnake right about that middle layer of rocks. I seen a rattlesnake right near there. And that's 8,300 feet. That's the highest altitude rattlesnake I've ever seen. 8,300 feet. So when you go up in the mountains where the trees are, there's no rattlesnakes up there. He said he didn't put it where there'd be snakes. Okay, finish reading. Yeah, perfect. U.S. dollar jack coming in. Easy flag angle in the road. Telephone platform. In treasure. A lost didn't say whatever. Hey Maria. The Manasseh Mauler. Yeah, the Manasseh Jack Dempsey. We got 13 watching now, huh? This is the old Spanish Trail. These are some monuments here. And this reminds me of somebody was saying, try the wheel. Which way to Spain? Oh, there's another thing. Jack Dempsey had a big fight in Toledo, Spain. It was a big boxing match with Jack Dempsey in Toledo, Spain. And you see, and then the story about Cowboy Luttrell coming in. Jack Dempsey says hi, and Cowboy Luttrell bends over like he's Mongo in Blazing Saddles, and rams Jack Dempsey. He ran Jack Dempsey in the nuts with his head, or got his head up, between Jack Dempsey's legs, wrapped his arms around Jack Dempsey's legs, flipped him over on his back, and held Dempsey down while he beat the hell out of him while he was on his back on the ground, defenseless. Yeah, he's a nice guy from what videos I've seen, and I remember I seen him on what is it? That To Tell the Truth or whatever, or something where they have to guess who the guest is, and he was on there, and they guessed him after a couple of things. They all knew his voice, everything. He was said to have a really high-pitched voice when he was young, and so he was picked on a lot, and he had to learn to fight. And his brother helped him out. I watched the movie about him last night. There's a movie on YouTube. Listen to that monster engine roar. All 4 cylinders. 0 to 60 in 17 seconds. That's actually pretty good. That's what Mold Impala would do. And a 65 Impala was my first car. Okay, since I'm driving, I'm not reading anymore again. Yeah, Moses would have kept going, keep going, and it's raining, so not a lot of sense, Yeah, it's gonna be wet. That's why it rains a lot in them hills. It's like a rainforest. So it gets a lot of rain. That's another reason Forrest could say it's wet just about any time. don't lick my leg, Jack. I spilled some dinner on my leg. You just getting some flavor off of there? Or are you trying to wash my clothes? And here my dog is named Jack after Jack Dempsey, right? He came from really close to where Jack was born about 10 miles from where Jack Dempsey was born. So that's pretty unusual. And you know what? Jack Dempsey's real Jack is a stage name, basically. His name was William Harry, or William Harold, or something, William Harry Dempsey. So he was a Bill or a Willie also. And maybe that's why Forrest named his dog Willie. I think Forrest might have known Jack Dempsey, because he was around, I think he died in the 70s or so. He was born 1895, I think. So, yeah, he could have lived into the 70s, 80s. Been down to his house where he was born. I have a big wrench with me. Yeah, bring a wrench. Bring a crescent wrench down there. He'll ring his bell. Yeah. Oh, how many are down there now? 12. Wow. Somebody else had to have been streaming to get me down to 12 people watching. Somebody unimportant without critical information about the chase and what it's all. So a lot of the stories are Forrest talking about dreaming, like Captain Kidd on his island. I didn't know if he found the treasure or not. He doesn't remember if he actually hid the treasure, right? Because it was all a dream. It's all in the imagination. But to find these things that are in your imagination that are written on the canyon walls are important things. And who knows what part of the book was it where he told the story about the cowboy with the black hat? You know, when I go and I didn't read the whole book over again. I kind of cruised. It is, skimming the pages, and I have trouble finding but I know it's in the book. He talked about that. It could have been in one of the chapters where it didn't belong. It belonged in a chapter about his youth, but it's in the chapter about the war or something, hidden in there somewhere. Or was it a story he just told in one of the interviews? And Forrest said that he had to tie his family stories in with the treasure hunt. So to put his family stories in with the treasure hunt, that makes sense that his stories are on the canyon wall. And that's his trove, his trove of his memoirs are scattered on the canyon walls over that mountain and around this valley. you know. And Jack Dempsey, he fought in Creed, he fought in Salida, he fought in Montrose, and his family lived in Delta. They got kicked out of Delta because they were so poor, you know. So here we have another meek character, Jack Dempsey, who made it to the top of his field. And then Forrest says was looking for, wondering if there's another Indiana Jones type like me out there. Somebody who can see this archaeology is what he was hinting at there. And find his story. So his story's been found and all. The treasure hunt's basically solved. But the treasure ain't gonna give it up till he's dead. He told Ralph Lauren, I'm taking it with me. He ain't gonna have it before he's gone. You're not gonna stumble upon it. He knows that. He knows nobody's found it. YouTube ought to have a bypass around Zoom where people can just join in, you know, like they can, if they can do it with Facebook Messenger, have two people talking, or multiple, you know, 3-4 people in a conference call, then they can do that with YouTube, you know. Why do you have to have some OBS bullshit and all that? Why can't YouTube do this, you know, so that all YouTube people can, that would put OBS out of business probably. But who needs OBS? Because I want to do it from my phone, not a computer. Because I don't have computer connection, is too slow to speed. I can only stream with my phone. And they're public lands. That's BLM office. The Forest Service on the other side of town. Gateway Motors. Then you got a car lot way out here. Vista Co-op. Get my propane for my RV. They got a thing you can pull up. It's a long way to go to get propane for the RV. Got my oxygen bottles replaced yesterday. They brought me 2 full ones. But one of them's hissing, you know? Okay, so that's the one I use, the one that's hissing. I'll use that one because if I don't, it'll be empty before I get to the bottom of the other tank. It's like the safety valve thing on it has a leak. So you can put your nose down over and smell the oxygen. Yeah, so I use the one that's leaking, and that way I'm using some of it before it all leaks out. It doesn't waste all of it that way, and then I can go to the one that's sealed and not leaking. And I think a lot of people don't even tell them that there was a problem with the tank, and that's how these, you know, and that can be trouble, you know, bring out a bunch of leaky oxygen tanks. You get a spark, it's like fuel. But run a little line to the generator and give it a little more boost in the winter. Yeah, see, it's raining everywhere here. Raining up there, raining back there, raining down there. Looks like it's raining in New Mexico down there. New Mexico's just 35, 40 miles to the south here. And hung out at the Blue Corn. And Forrest, see, this could be his search, the area. Quit swinging, phone. There. Let me stop it. Push the flap further up in the gap. Push the flap in the gap, Jack. As I went alone in there. Moses went alone in the desert. It was a long walk, 40 days. It's too far to walk. Probably taking 40 days or 40 years to walk this. But he's hinting at things that are scattered around here. And, yeah, I gotta look up about Little Beaver and warm water and stuff. Little Beaver and Red Ryder. Oh, I don't think there's any dogs in there, Jack. No. Just some guy with a ball cap. No dogs. Did you fart, Jack? Yeah, I live up there where it's raining. It'll have the dust down on the road. You see the edge of Mount Blanca on the left side of the screen. Yeah. There's this. I think it's 17 miles from Alamosa to Monte Vista. Or no, it's 17 Monte Vista to Del Norte, and it's 23 from Alamosa to Monte Vista. So, and I can see Carson Peak. You got mountains all the way around. Like I said, it's Plato's large rectangular valley, surrounded by high mountains covered with crystals. It's right out of Atlantis. And I actually found rock formations down by where Jack Dempsey was born too. And there's even the Brown Hills down there. The Brown Hills. Right, not far, about 15 miles from where Jack Dempsey was born. It's the Brown Hills and the Ferry Hills. I did some drone videos around there. But you know, you can go to all these places, but if you can't see the shapes in the rocks, you can't see what the blaze is. You got to be able to use that part of your imagination to see that stuff. Forrest uses it to see naked ladies in his shower. I'm sure he's seen naked ladies in his shower. Who hasn't seen naked ladies in their shower? There, that stopped the jiggle a little bit. It holds the phone pretty good. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's just hanging on the flap of the foam cover that's just leather. So it was swinging. So I push it up in there a little further to make it tight. And this up here is building on the left was a Budweiser distributor, and now I think it's wildlife service or something, some federal wildlife people or something. I don't know. They have some type of law enforcement vehicles there sometimes with a different blue stripe on them. I don't know what they are. Is it Colorado something? Secret strip club, probably. They might have got to be busting in the customers then, because there's never a bunch of cars there. I've never seen more than 4 or 5 vehicles there. Okay, Jay. Yeah, I gotta get some cash out after I figure out how much I spend on gas and groceries. I get the gas first. Use the Frisbee. Yep, that's what I use, the Frisbee. At home. Clean it out, get the seeds out. Can't just stuff it in a grinder. So, let's see. I'm going to pull in. Yeah. Yeah, I've got the glow-in-the-dark Frisbee, though, you know? You know them glow-in-the-dark things, if you use a UV light on them, they charge up super fast. You don't have to hold the light on very long. UV light, the glow-in-the-dark runs off of UV real good. Smith, Bateman. Come on. And yeah, don't have to. No propane stop. Just gasoline, water, groceries. See, traffic is normal, man. Who's staying home? Okay, it's flashing yellow. You can turn left when it's clear. He's waiting for the final end of the light cycle. Yeah, because there's no reason you couldn't determine. So, I gotta fill up 2 gas cans. My generator's full, so that'll have me fuel last a week and a half or 2 weeks for my generator. My car's still 3/4, so I don't really need any in the car. But I think I'm gonna top it off. Usually after I fill the can. Okay. Yeah, all right. Good coffee shop. I don't know. Is there, Tom? Tom already drove by here the other day. Stop it, Jack. You're not going anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. What, do they got a dog? I don't see any dogs. There's no dogs. There's no dog. I don't see a dog, Jack. Looks like they got everything you need there. Perfect. Oh, this is just the loafing jug and the city market behind me. Well, in Texas, these are Kroger. These are Kroger in Texas. This is the same as Kroger and King Supers, City Market, Smith's. They're all part of the same thing. I think though the loafing jug separated off of them, but you still use their gas card. You still get 3 cents off with the gas card. But I'm going to sign off here. This is, now I'm going to be getting in and out of the car to get gas, fill up my water bottles, get groceries. And so when I get home, I'm going to remember what that is. And I want to stream again about that other thing that I can't remember. What was the revelation I made before I stumbled across the Cowboy and Jack Dempsey, and how the Cowboy attacked Jack Dempsey, and that's Forrest Fenn's story about being punched by the Cowboy. It's derived directly to Jack Dempsey and Cowboy Luttrell, 1940 boxing match. And Forrest heard that news, and he has a dream about a cowboy punching him. So some of his stories are his dreams and daydreams, what he would have liked to do. He may have dreamt that he hid the treasure. He maybe hid the treasure in his dream and said, "That's it, I did it." Have a good one. Talk to you later. Did I hit it? Nope, there it is.